Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys on my channel guys, and yes guys, we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Newcastle guys, in the Carabao Cup final. And yes guys, we bloody got silverware. The 6-year trophy drought is fucking over. Finally, we get some fucking silverware and I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm absolutely over the moon, and it's what we've needed to do. It's been a long waited trophy. People are saying, why are we over celebrating? We've not won the Champions League. Listen, you don't know how much it means to this club. We've got to win trophies, and that's how it should be. So shut up, deal with it at the end of the day. We are Carabao Cup champions. We deserved it at the end of the day, so never mind about we're over celebrating. We'll celebrate as hard as we can. Manchester United are Carabao Cup champions, and I'm thrilled to say that I'm a Manchester United fan, and to witness that and to watch Manchester United finally lift a trophy is about fucking time as well. But anyway guys, we made 3 changes from last game against Nottingham Forest in the second leg. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Fred, Casemiro, Fernandes, Anthony, Weghorst and Rashford. Get into the overall reaction now. Manchester United are 2023 Carabao Cup champions. The 6-year trophy drought is over. Finally we have won silverware. Yes! Get in! Up the fucking Reds, and I'm absolutely over the moon. I'm ecstatic. It's about time. What a win, what a result. Good game in the end, a well-deserved win. A win is a win, we got the job done. Well done boys, you deserve it. We had to work hard and dig deep. We earned it. Newcastle started well. United grew into the game. United had a few big chances. United have defended well. United are finding the space in the midfield. United kept pushing. Newcastle gave away a free kick. Casemiro scores for 1-0. United picked up the intensity and the tempo in the game. We took the game to Newcastle. Good linkup play, good energy levels. Rashford scores for 2-0. Defensively fantastic, offensively good. United were clinical and took our chances. We need to be aware of a reaction. Giving the ball away too easily. Newcastle are having more possession. Newcastle are sustaining their attacks. United are organised. United making it difficult. Newcastle are controlling, winning the midfield battle. Ten Hag makes substitutions, wants more control in the midfield. Big chance for Rashford. United play with a low block. United made it difficult for Newcastle. United frustrated Newcastle. Big chance for Bruno. United showed grit and determination. We held on. United were trying to hit Newcastle on the counter-attack. United should have scored another goal. We defended well yet again. Some good individual performances. Game management and decision making was vital. First half was okay. Second half was good. Overall, decent performance. Win done and clean sheet done. Anyway guys, what did I make of the performance? I think overall, it was a decent performance overall. I think yet again, I don't think we were at our very best in this final. I think we didn't really see the best of Manchester United in this game, considering that, you know, we won the final and stuff like that. But and we knew what was at stake here as well. So obviously one team was going to be definitely taking that trophy home, whether it was going to Manchester or Newcastle. It was a big opportunity for Manchester United to win some silverware. I said earlier on in this campaign, or at the beginning of this series, that I wanted United to take this Carabao Cup seriously, and we took it seriously. And you know, this club demands trophies, and it should be that way. And we've been wanting trophies for the last 6 years, and to finally lift this trophy and to finally take it back to Manchester is absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant as well. And to go out there and win the game against Newcastle in a team that's has got a brilliant manager. You know, Newcastle are playing well, obviously fighting for top 4 as well at the minute as well. So Newcastle, we knew that on paper we had the quality to go and beat them, and it was all about what we did on that pitch and how well we performed and how well we could show that you know, that character, that team spirit and that fight and that passion, that pride and that heart, and how much it meant to the club. And it means a lot to the fans as well. And to go out there and to, you know, not only just go and beat Newcastle, but obviously to, you know, we have, and in big finals like this, you have to be able to turn up to games like this, in big moments, in big finals. We've got players that have been in big finals before and won trophies and been in these sort of positions before. So you have to be able to play well for a full 90 minutes. We had to be able to defend well in a game like this. I thought offensively we were good, and defensively we were fantastic. You know, So, you know, we put bodies on the line, we made great blocks, we stopped Newcastle, and but yeah, I thought were brilliant overall, and obviously to achieve a trophy and to walk away with a trophy is just the icing on the cake for Manchester United, and it's what we've wanted for a long time. It's been in the works for a long time. We've been chopping and changing managers, finding the right style of play for these players, and you know, bringing in some players as well to help us out as well, which has definitely helped us to get to this point as well, and to change the mentality from where we were last season, and to obviously get a trophy. You know, in the first 7-8 months of Eric Ten Hag's era, it's fantastic. It's brilliant at the end of the day. But what did I make it? But anyway, getting into the game now. I thought obviously, first half, obviously Newcastle had a good start. I thought they obviously got the front foot early doors. I thought, you know, obviously they had a good start, Newcastle, but United, you know, stayed in the game. I think it was all about, you know, in games like this, you know, or obviously teams, you know, come up against Manchester United and they're going to give it everything that they've got. Newcastle, you know, they've got fantastic players all over the pitch. You know, they've got quality all over the pitch. So we had to be aware of that. Obviously, you know, you've got players like Bruno Guimaraes, and you know, you've got some good players in their back line as well with Seb Botman, and you've got Dan Burn there as well. So we had to be aware of sort of some of their good players as well. And obviously, because of Newcastle not being on the big stage before, obviously their time will come. Obviously, you know, all praise to Newcastle have come in all this way to get into a final, but your time will come, you know, at the end of the day. I think, you know, this was United's time. We had to make it our time. Your time will come, Newcastle, just not to yet. I think it's obviously because you've not been into these positions for years. I think it was obviously going to be a first time in a long time in years of how it was going to feel in a final like this as well. So I think for Newcastle, they had a good start though. All three of them, they had a good start. United stayed in the game. We defended well, but then we had to we had to switch on as well. But we had to, you know, we stayed in the game when we needed to. We defended well as a team. I thought Newcastle got into some good positions as well. You know, I thought they were dangerous as well. They were a threat as well. So, you know, they had players to cause us problems as well. The likes of Saint Maximin as well. They came close in a few opportunities in the first half as well. But then, you know, because United defended well, and when we sort of got hold of that midfield eventually, we found those spaces in the midfield, and those spaces were opening up a little bit too much in the midfield for United to go and exploit. And yeah, and I think, you know, United kept pushing, and you know, in games like this, you know, against Newcastle, and if, you know, you can't score from open play, sometimes you have to be able to rely on your set pieces, and obviously we got a free kick in a dangerous area. Luke Shaw puts in a fantastic ball, and Casemiro scores for 1-0, and obviously a great moment to score in as well for 1-0. United then picked up the intensity and the tempo in the game. I thought United took more of the game to Newcastle then, but then I thought there was good link-up play. I thought, you know, Weghorst had a good opportunity as well. You know, there was some good energy levels there for Manchester United. Then Rashford scores for 2-0. And then obviously, you know, at 2-0, there's no coming back really. And I think, you know, Newcastle were not so great in that first half either themselves. I think defensively we were fantastic, you know, offensively we were good. And, you know, it was just those moments for Manchester United in that first half. We were a lot more clinical, and we took our chances when we had to as well. And you have to do that in the finals in these sort of big games as well. But in the second half, then it was all about we're 2-0 up, and we're in a good position. We're winning the game. Newcastle are going to come out all guns blazing, and it's for Manchester United to beware of that reaction from Newcastle. So we needed to expect a reaction from Newcastle. I thought Newcastle were much better in the second half. They had more possession of the ball, which was expected. United were more you know, sort of settling in the game. They were trying to hold on into the game, and we were well organised, I thought, as well. And you know, I thought, you know, Newcastle. But then we were just again, it annoys you as well when, you know, we were given possession away too easily as well, and obviously Newcastle had more of the ball, and they were trying to work it and trying to find ways to break us down, but I think they just lacked ideas, Newcastle. I think they just didn't know how to break us down. I thought defensively, yet again, we were just fantastic. Made some great blocks and big moments. Um, and you know, Newcastle was sustaining their attacks. United were organised. United were making it difficult to play through us. You know, Newcastle were controlling and winning the midfield battle. You know, Ten Hag then had to make some substitutions. He needed to see some changes because he needed to see a bit more control in the midfield as well. And then obviously because United had changed the different style of play in the second half, we were sort of like, you know, sat back deep, you know, trying to let that pressure, you know, trying to soak up that pressure and hit them on the counter attack, and that's what we were doing in the second half. We were playing with a low block as well, and I think we sort of made it difficult for them, and that's why it made it a lot more difficult for them to play through us. And I thought, you know, I think it was some good opportunities because we were making it difficult for them in the midfield, and that's why we probably forced them to go wide. And I think those wide players like Saint Maximin, you know, couldn't find a way through the, you know, good defending that we did as well. And then obviously, you know, United frustrated Newcastle, which we did as well. But again, you know, big chance for Bruno, you know, should have shot earlier. That could have easily made it 3-0. And then, but United, you know, in these good positions, you know, we showed grit and determination, and we held on, and you know, United were hitting Newcastle on the counter attack, and but we should have scored another goal in the second half. We should have at least took another 2 chances, and that could have easily made it 4-0 to Manchester United if we would have took those chances in the second half. But yeah, but again though, all praise to the defence. They were absolutely fantastic on the day, and in these big moments, at big times, we took our chances. We were clinical, and we took our chances, and game management and decision making was vital in a game like this, and we held on. We wanted to see out the game, and United did what we needed to do. We won the game. But not only just that, we got the clean sheet as well. Overall, in the end, it was a decent performance by the players. We weren't at our very best. But on the big stage at Wembley, we turned up, we won the game. We got our first trophy under the Eric Ten Hag era, and hopefully the first of many. But overall, I thought it was a good performance. I think there was areas that we could have been better in for sure. Like I said just then, you know, obviously we had some great opportunities in the second half to make it 3 or 4-0. But there was obviously moments where we could have definitely been better in how to deal with it a bit better as well. Overall, decent performance from Manchester United. These big moments and big finals, you've got to win these sort of games. Obviously, Newcastle have not been in this position before in years. Like I said before, on paper, we knew that we had the quality that was there, and it was all down to what we did on that pitch, and it was all down to the way how we wanted to play. Against teams like Newcastle, you have to be able to defend well, and they've got lots of quality all over the pitch as well, so we had to deal with that first. But then it was also down to on the side of what we do offensively as well, and I thought with the ball we were effective. Without the ball, we were fantastic, and we kept our shape. We stayed organised. For overall, in every single department, I thought we were brilliant. I think there's still a lot for room for improvement for sure. Obviously, we do want to get better as well. There's a lot more to improve on, and obviously there's still many games to play for as well. It's the first trophy of many. I've won the Carabao Cup, the Carabao Cup 23 champions. I wanted to take it seriously. It's our first trophy in 6 years. Absolutely buzzing, absolutely over the moon. We deserved it, we earned it, and the players earned it for sure from start to finish. Wasn't easy, but we got there at the end of the day, and we did well, did what we had to do, performed well, turned up, we won the game. But not just that, we got the clean sheet as well. Manchester United are the 2023 Carabao Cup champions. The 6-year trophy drought is finally over, and we're still in the race for another 2 trophies. Can we go all the way in the FA Cup and the Europa League? Look, at the end of the day, it was a big moment for Manchester United. Won the Carabao Cup, which is it's off the list, I think, to come this way. How much we've improved over the last 7 to 8 months under Erik ten Hag. How he's changed a lot in this group, changed the mentality, he's changed the culture of the club, he's changed everything at the club that we've needed. We've got that winning mentality back as well. We're not used to losing as a team as well. Every team that we lose a game, we know it's not good enough. In games like this, the 2023 Carabao Cup Champions, you win trophies and you have to stay humble. We're grateful a trophy like this in the Carabao Cup. A lot of fans out there are saying we're celebrating like as if we won the Champions League. This is a big moment for Manchester United. We've not won a trophy in 6 years. It's finally come to an end. We've finally won a trophy before Tottenham. We just want to take it by game. Obviously, we're still in another 2 trophies. Obviously, we're in a good position in the Europa League. Obviously, we've got Sevilla in the next round. You know, we've got Brighton in the next game in the FA Cup. Have to take it game by game. Don't want to get too carried away in games like this in a big stage at Wembley Stadium to win the first trophy as well. Under the Erik ten Hag era, when there's a lot more to come, a lot more to improve on, definitely for sure. I think I have to give all praise to Ten Hag and his backroom staff. Ten Hag makes some big decisions at big moments. He's done it with Cristiano Ronaldo, dealt with that situation really well. He did it to Marcus Rashford against Wolves as well, and it should be like that. Ten Hag, he has his own principles. He wants players to play with initiative. We're getting that feel-good factor back at Manchester United now as well. In games like this, competitions like this, any trophy that comes our way, we're going to take it seriously, but we have to take it game by game. We don't want to get too carried away after these good results. We have to show that good momentum, that good confidence in the squad that we've got. We have to build up that good momentum, win trophies. The mentality's got to change. Erik ten Hag said that. All praise to the players. They were absolutely fantastic as well. And we pretty much got the job done at the end of the day. In big finals like this, if you have to be able to turn up, we did that. We played well for a full 90 minutes and we were fantastic from start to finish. Obviously, in big finals like this, in big finals like that, whoever turns up, performs well, wins the game. Obviously, the better team's going to win on the day, deserves to win the trophy as well. Who is my man of the match? I thought there were some good players, played well. I thought De Gea had a good game. I thought Delot was alright. I thought Varane was good. I thought Martinez was good. I thought Shaw was good. I thought Fred was alright. I thought Casemiro had a fantastic game. Anthony could have been better. I thought Fernandes was good. I thought Rashford was good. Obviously got us the second goal and pretty much sealed us the trophy. And Weghorst obviously played his part in the game as well. He was alright as well. I think the one man I'm going to give this, he was absolutely fantastic in that final. All praise to him. Just ran that bloody show and obviously got a hold of that bloody midfield as he always does. It's Casemiro. But Casemiro was absolutely brilliant. Not only just him, Rashford as well, getting us the winning goal to win us not only just the game, but obviously to seal the trophy as well. Getting to the goals now, first goal, United win a free kick. Great cross by Shaw. Casemiro heads it in for 1-0. Second goal, Rashford regains possession, pass the ball to Weghorst. Weghorst runs, pass the ball back to Rashford, and Rashford shoots and deflects in for 2-0. Getting to the stats now, for Man United it was 38%, Newcastle it was 62%. Goals for Man United it was 2, for Newcastle it was 0. Total shots for Man United it was 14, and for Newcastle it was 15. Shots on target for Man United it was 10, and for Newcastle it was 2. Total passes for Man United it was 282 passes, and for Newcastle it was 435 passes. Pass accuracy for Man United it was 66%, and for Newcastle it was 79%. Getting into the substitutions now, Delot went off for Wan-Bissaka. Talk about Delot's performance, but for a cynical foul on St Maximin early on and was skinned by him for Newcastle's best chance at 0-0. Substituted at half time. Fred went off for Sabitzer. Talk about Fred's performance. Energetic, combative in Brazil's centric midfield until he came off 3/4 into the game. Weghorst went off for McTominay. Talk about Williams' performance. Missed 2 presentable opportunities and he was more effective from deep, assisting Rashford and drawing a good stop from Karius. Anthony went off for Sancho. Talk about Anthony's performance. Collaborated productively at times with Delot and toyed with Dan Burn while Newcastle heads were down towards at the end of the first half. Rashford went off for Maguire. Talk about Marcus' performance. Forced the second goal when it deflected in off Seth Botman and had a shot saved securely by Karius. Finally, I just want to say, guys, finally, Manchester United, the 6-year trophy drought is now finally over. Manchester United are 2023 Carabao Cup champions or winners or whatever you want to say. I'm absolutely thrilled and ecstatic and absolutely buzzing that we've won this trophy. And what a better way to sign it off. If you would have asked me, is Manchester United at the minute overachieving? I think we are at the minute. I think we're grateful to have a manager in Erik ten Hag. Full credit to Erik ten Hag. It's been absolutely brilliant. So what he's done since he's walked in June or July when it was last year is brought the feel-good factor back to Manchester United. Still unbeaten at home at Old Trafford since the start of the season. We want to keep that run going. We're making Old Trafford more of a fortress now. We're making it difficult for teams to go to Old Trafford and win there. It's all about when you go away from home is don't lose those games. United are doing that perfectly well. It's set a mentality, a winning mentality back at Manchester United. Everyone is just buying into the coaching instructions at the minute as well. All praise to the backroom staff. They're all doing fantastically well to get this group of lads back in as well. He's brought in some great signings to change Manchester United. Fully like this guy. I like this guy. It's going well at Manchester United. We want to take it game by game, not getting too carried away. We always have big games till the end of the season. United are playing well at the minute. We want to take on this good run of form now. We're in a good phase now with the international break and a good time now to regroup, recuperate. Let's go again in the last final 12 games of the season. To come on here and to actually say that we've won a trophy finally. I'm absolutely over the moon. I'm absolutely ecstatic. I'm absolutely buzzing. And to actually get some silverware for once is absolutely fantastic as well. And not only just to go and beat Newcastle as well, to also go and get a clean sheet as well against a very good side in Newcastle. All praise to Newcastle getting this far. Your time will come. Unfortunately, your time was not in this final, but United, absolutely fantastic. We're brilliant on the day. We turned up on a big stage at Wembley in a cup final, in a trophy that we wanted to take serious, in a trophy that we wanted to win from the get-go. And we demand trophies at this club, and we're getting it back now. We're in the right direction now, and that's how it should be as well. Tell you what, fantastic. What a better way to sign it off, go to Wembley, to go and give the fans what they wanted, to go and not only just beat Newcastle, but obviously to take that trophy back to Manchester. It feels good. Let's take it game by game. Let's not get too carried away. We've got a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum going at the minute. Let's keep up this good work at the minute, and let's give it everything that we've got in the final 12 games now, and let's keep our heads, let's work hard, and let's find the right balance, the right way how we want to play. We'll go and deserve what we want at the end of the day. We're still in for another 2 trophies. Can we go and win the FA Cup? Can we go and win the Europa League? It's all down to what we do. All I can say is thank you guys for tuning in. It's been an absolute ride. Thank God we've won some bloody silverware. Finally we've won some silverware, and at last it's come back to Manchester. Fully deserved it. Well done, boys. You deserved it. You were absolutely fantastic on the day. You deserve that. All credit to you, players. You've been absolutely fantastic. It's been a ride. We've got some silverware now. Let's go for the other 2 now. Let's go and give it everything that we've got now to the end of the season. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys in the video in a bit. And peace.